Could never say that. No. He said, all right, I want to see your driver's license, registration, and proof of insurance. I must have gone through that glove compartment for 20 minutes until I realized I was sitting in the front seat of his car. Whoops. Went on the Atkins diet for 2 weeks, lost 14 days. I went into a restaurant the other night. I said to the maitre d', how do you prepare your chickens? He said, oh, we tell them all up front they're not going to make it. Okay, here we go. Is this working all right? Check, test, 1, 2. Old couple walking down the street, pigeon flies over. Lets one go, hits the old man right in the forehead. The old lady says, gosh, I wish we had some toilet paper. The old man said, what the heck for? He must be half a mile away by now.
It's better on your knees.
Stuff works better down here. Guy walks into Sears with his seeing eye dog, goes into the men's department, picks up his seeing eye dog by the tail, starts swinging it around his head. Manager walks up, says, can I help you? He says, no, we're just looking around. You don't even need Jeez, I wonder I've been so irritable tonight. Well, since my memory left me, I found a new place to dwell. It's down at the... Do you think we should put pictures of missing transvestites on cartons of half and half? A word of advice. If the room's $29.95, skip the complimentary breakfast. Here's a word about Folgers coffee for senior citizens. The best part of waking up is just waking up. Old guy's walking down the hall in this retirement home. He sees this door open. He walks in. There's this old lady standing there. He walks up to her. He says, I bet you can't guess how old I am. She says, I bet you I can. Drop your pants. He drops his pants. She says, you're 96. He said, gee, you're right. How did you know? She said, you told me at breakfast this morning. Didn't like those, huh? A doctor is examining 3 old men for suspected memory loss. He turns to the first guy and says, what's 3 times 3? The guy says 156. He turns to the second guy and says, what's 3 times 3? Guy says, Tuesday. He turns to the third guy and says, what's 3 times 3? The guy says, 9. He said, that's right, how'd you figure it out? He said, I just subtracted Tuesday from 156. So, what size was hail before they invented golf balls? One more. So, YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook just merged. They have a new company. It's called YouTwitFace. Guy goes into the sheriff's office. He said, I think my wife's trying to poison me. What should I do? The sheriff said, be very vigilant, careful what you eat and drink. Get back to me in a couple of days. A few days later, the guy goes in the sheriff's office. He said, what'd you find out? The sheriff said, well, after you left, we had your wife come down to the station for about 5 hours. She came in this morning for 3, went shopping, came back. We had her here for 4 more. The guy says, well, what do you think I should do? The sheriff said, take the poison. carpenter. You were a lady. Will you have my baby made into a dresser? Johnny Cash, big influence on me. When I heard the sound of Johnny Cash and Sun Records in the 50s, I wanted to be in show business. We almost didn't get to hear that sound. A lot of you don't know this story, but in 1955, Frank Sinatra was in Los Angeles, California, working on a brand new song that went something like this. I hear that train a-comin', doobie-doobie-doobie-doo. That exact same time in Memphis, Tennessee, Johnny Cash was working on this song. Start spreading the news. I'm leaving today. I want to be a part of it. New York, New York. Thank heavens they switched songs. Quick impression. Johnny Cash, theater, in the round. I hear that. Yeah, I'm stuck. I'm full.
So this teacher said to this little boy, "How many U.S. presidents have we had?" He said, "I don't know. What do you think?" She said, "I don't think, I know." He said, "Well, I don't think I know either."
Ever sing songs all your life and find out you've been singing the wrong words? Just call me angel of the morning, angel. Just brush my teeth before you leave me, baby. You picked a fine time to leave me, Lucille. With 400 children, cops in the field. I see a bathroom horizon. I see bubbles all the way. Well, since she put me down, there have been owls puking in my bed. Things were actually published in church bulletins last year. This afternoon there will be a meeting in the south and north ends of the church. Children will be baptized at both ends. Tuesday at 4 p.m. there will be an ice cream social. All ladies giving milk, please come early. See, we can be clean and have fun. Thursday at 5 p.m. there will be a meeting of the Little Mothers Club. All wishing to become little mothers will please meet with the pastor in his study. This being Easter Sunday, we will ask Mrs. Brown to come forward and lay an egg on the altar. Tonight's sermon, What is Hell? Come early and listen to our choir practice. The sermon this afternoon, Jesus Walks on Water. The sermon tonight, Searching for Jesus. Here's my favorite. Weight Watchers will meet at 7 p.m. at the First Presbyterian Church. Please use the large double doors at the side entrance. John F. Kennedy and Abraham Lincoln both had 7 letters in their last name. John F. Kennedy had a secretary named Lincoln. Abraham Lincoln was born in a log cabin. John F. Kennedy once spilled log cabin syrup in the back seat of his grandfather's Lincoln. Coincidence? I don't think so. An Amish father and son visit a mall. They've never seen anything like it before. They're especially intrigued by these 2 metal walls keep opening and closing, bells that ring and lights that flash. The son says, "What is that?" The father's never seen an elevator before. He says, "I have no idea." About that time, a little 95-year-old lady hobbles up, pushes the button, the walls part. She steps inside, the walls close, bells ring, lights flash. 25 seconds later, the walls open up again, and out steps a great 23-year-old woman. The father turns and says, "Son, go get your mother." Boy, we're having a lot of fun out here, aren't we, huh? A couple of months ago, a friend of mine said he went out for dinner and he said he had too much to drink, so he decided to be smart for a change, so he took a bus home. I said, how'd it work out? He said, well, there were no major incidents. I said, what do you mean? He said, well, I've never driven a bus before. Let's see what's going on in the news. Nationwide SPCA clinic. Dogs and cats spayed and neutered $4. Senior citizens $2.75. Marie Osmond fired as spokesperson for Nutrisystem after testing positive for Hidden Valley Ranch dressing and Krispy Kreme donuts. Oh no, the president of Dunkin' Donuts died. When they found him, his eyes are all glazed over. Over 1,200 cops at the funeral. And he was laid to rest in a box with 11 others. In a national IQ test today, Lindsay Lohan rated just behind Charlie Sheen, and the Kardashian sisters are still looking for a number 2 pencil. And finally, in a recent governor's poll, residents of Arizona were asked if they think illegal immigration is a serious problem. 29% responded, yes it is. 71% said, no es una problema serios. You guys have been great. If you want to see me on my own television show that's coming fall on CBS, Friday nights at 8:30, write him a letter. A couple of months ago, my wife said, how come you're not wearing your wedding ring? I said, it's been cutting off my circulation. She said, it's supposed to. Excuse me a moment here.
We're back.
Union. Have a nice break?
Yeah, thanks.
Good. These people have been great.
Yeah.
This is the best microphone. This
Right
one
there?
down here. Yeah, he's talking to that one. It works great. I need a low E. I am out of tune. That's it. Yeah, that's flat. Thanks. Little kid walked up to his mom and says, you know, when I grow up, I want to be a musician.
Right on.
She said, well, honey, you can't do both. I've just been handed a bulletin. Sorry, I'm laughing. I know how this ends. All right. 5 rules for men to follow for a happy life, according to the guys in the Johnny Mathis Orchestra. Number 1, it's important to have a woman who helps at home, who cooks from time to time, cleans up, and has a job. Number 2, it's important to have a woman who can make you laugh. Number 3, it's important to have a woman who you can trust, who doesn't lie to you. Number 4, it's important to have a woman who is nice to sleep with and likes to be with you. And number 5, it is very, very important that these 4 women do not know each other. All right, we're going to get out of here. We're going to take a short break. John will be back. Please visit Carrie and Linda at the merchandise booth. We've got a lot of John's CDs for sale tonight. Our esteemed conductor, John Scott Lavender, has a CD for sale out there that he's been trying to sell since the late 80s. It's actually a really good one. I have a CD that if you want to save money over the holidays, give my CD as a gift. That way people will come up next year and say, listen, don't bother getting me anything next year. I have to say, this is the greatest job in the world. I don't know where else you can get Johnny Mathis to open and close the show for you. I'm going to close with one of my favorite country songs of this great orchestra. Before I do, there's something I want to share with you. A couple of months ago, there was a knock at the door. I answered it. It was 2 Jehovah's Witnesses. I invited them in. We sat down on the couch. I said, well, what do you want to talk about? They said, we don't know. We've never made it this far. All right, let's take it home. I've always ain't easy to love, but they're harder to hold. They'd rather give you a song than diamonds or gold.
sparkles, an old faded Levi's, and each night begins a new day. If you don't understand him, and he don't die young, he'll probably just ride away. Everybody, mamas, don't let your babies grow up to be cowboys. That's enough. Don't let them pick guitars, drive them old trucks. Let them be doctors and lawyers and such. Just kidding. Mamas, don't let your babies grow up to be cowboys. Ours will never stay home, they're always alone, even with someone they love. Take it, Willie Nelson. Here we go. Cowboys like smoky old rooms, put her mouth in the morning. Always shows up for Larry Gallagher. Little warm puppies, children, girls of the night. Could you have him paged? Them that don't know him won't like him, and then they do sometimes won't know how to take him. He ain't wrong, it's just different, but his pride won't let him do things to make you think he's right. Mamas, don't let your babies grow up to be cowboys. Don't let them pick guitars, drive the old trucks. Let them be doctors and lawyers and such. Mamas, don't let your babies grow up to be cowboys. Cause they'll never stay home, they're always alone, even with someone they love. Mamas, don't let your babies grow up
Mr. Willie Nelson.
to be cowboys. Wow, folks, you couldn't have been any better. John will be back shortly. I'll see you.